The man was walking a tightrope 421 meters above the ground, and ahead of him the police were trying to persuade him to come down. Just yesterday, Philippe gathered a few companions, and together they carried their equipment to the rooftops of the twin towers from the opposite tower. One of his friends began shooting arrows with fishing line attached, which allowed the group to start setting up the rope. At one point it slipped and along. Heavy cable plummeted. Philippe reacted in time, turned quickly, and tightened the clamp, managing to secure it. The protective cloth on the railing began to smoke from the violent friction. After countless hardships, Philippe finally finished all the preparations at dawn. He had not slept all night and was physically and mentally exhausted, but he still stepped forward without hesitation to take his first walk among the clouds at 421 meters in the air. How do you keep your balance, Philippe's answer was to listen to the music of the rope. He believed the rope was alive, and he even felt it breathing. Once he caught its rhythm, he matched his breathing with it very smoothly. He walked across to the north tower. He had succeeded, but he was not satisfied. Looking back toward where he had started, Philippe had a bold idea. He would cross again, and this time he would not just walk halfway across. Philippe dropped to one knee. Blood from his stone stained his shoe, yet the crowd below erupted into applause. He stood and continued toward the south tower, but by now police had gathered on the rooftop, urging him to step down. Instead, Philippe turned and walked back to the north tower, walking a tightrope. The greatest danger is looking down, yet Philippe faced downward, kneeling on his balancing pole at that moment. He felt no fear and no hesitation, only an overwhelming calm. He completely let go of himself under the gaze of police and spectators. He did something he had never done before. He set down the balancing pole, knelt in midair, and stretched his arms wide, embracing the intoxicating and dangerous height. He even sat and lay down on the rope. Then the roar of helicopter blades filled the air. Because Philippe ignored their warnings, the police issued a final command from the sky. It seemed the performance was coming to an end. Philippe rested the balancing pole across his shoulders and walked toward the south tower like a king. With only 3 steps to go, his foot suddenly trembled and the rope shook violently. But it was only Philippe playing a joke. He tossed aside the pole, stepped onto the rooftop, and introduced himself to the crowd for breaking more than 100 city ordinances. Philippe was arrested on the spot, but his dazzling performance had completely won over the audience, and the media rushed to report on his extraordinary feat.